never built one. Have you seen the price of 5X clothes?
You see the price of 5X clothing?
I can get a Matco hoodie for $30, large, extra large. But if I want a 5X, first of all, they don't got it, and then they charge me another $20, double the material. You guys go back and check my videos out. I did stretch a shirt over the whiskey barrel.
Ray, what's the difference between 350 horsepower 3406B and a 4.25 3406B other than the horsepower? Ray, I don't 100% know the difference. BT Bulk is saying the injection pump. Rains has got. This is the lightest. This guy right here, Boston. Boston is the lightest 350 pounds you've ever met.
365, bud.
Oh, 365. Sorry, I'm excuse me a little bit there.
We put 15 pounds on.
The lightest 365 pounds you've ever seen in your life.
You guys go to YouTube and check out my video. I stood up on an engine block the other day with two 1-inch Milwaukee impacts and let them fly in each hand. One in one hand, one in the other.
Davin Wood, looking at this sexy import.
Hey, Corey.
Davin Wood, we got this import thing right here. Right?
Morning, Corey. Corey's here. Awesome, Corey. We're here too. You're riding shotgun inside my engine showroom. We are live on 2 platforms this morning. This is our TikTok platform. Links are in my description. Everybody go give me a share. Check out my description. You'll find the links to my other platforms we stream on. Corey says, morning. Morning, Corey. Can you hear me loud and clear this morning, Corey? You got me, Corey? Everybody hear me loud and clear? Jennifer says hi. Hey Jennifer, how you doing? Good morning, guys. Corey says yes, he could hear me loud and clear. Good morning, guys. This is our build shop here. Just giving you a sneak peek of what we got going on. We got a X15 getting built right here. We're getting ready to put some bolts in the mains there, torque them down, take the dial bore gauge, get our measurement, get the crank out here, get it measured. I've got a bunch of connecting rods that I worked on yesterday, a set of 6 here, 6-pack, got the shells in them. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to torque them in, get a dial bore gauge, get our measurement, make sure we got our oil clearance. Morning, guys. Live in here in their engine showroom.
And the fire department. Daughter's waking. He said he was going to the chiropractor today.
And Niles?
Yeah.
Who?
Scott.
From AutoZone?
Yeah.
He's going to see Dr. Daddy?
That's what I said. You're not going to see Dr. Daddy.
Aww.
Good
morning, guys. We are live on 2 platforms, so we are bouncing back and forth from platforms. You guys are riding shotgun with me here in my engine showroom.
Jonathan Tilton, do you guys suggest PAI for engine rebuilds? PAI, as far as aftermarket kit, I highly suggest PAI. PAI, I do interface fee. I'm going to run with PAI. Scott said hi. Have a great day.
Corey says, Dan, I just joined. You have 138 people. Yeah, Corey, I seem to hold a lot of people on my live feeds. I go live, tearing down engines, building engines, going live in my showroom. Yeah, Mad Muck, diesel engines for sure. Yeah, Corey, we run up the views pretty high. What I'm finding here on YouTube, there's not a lot of content like this. We do this on TikTok, quite successful on TikTok at diesel engine content. We are a heavy duty diesel engine business here. We specialize in all your hard to find good used running engines. These engines, these are 12760 series Detroits. These engines here have been gone through from valve cover to oil pan, all in between, inspected out. These are good used runners here, guys. They do come with a warranty. I do got a DD15. This is a good used runner as well. Thanks, Connor. Connor says that's BA. That's absolutely what I think too. That's a beautiful shop. Absolutely, Connor. We pride ourselves in what we do here at Worldwide Diesel. We work really hard at keeping our stuff looking good. Again, guys, keep us in mind for all your heavy duty diesel engine needs. We've got a little bit of everything. All these engines have been inspected. All these engines are ready to go. We've got a Volvo D13. We've got an N14 Select Red Top Plus. We've got a Cat C13. And then we've got this DD15 Long Block Plus. This engine here I build in-house. This is our engine that we the Detroit DD platform we specialize in-house. This is completely set up from the valve cover to the oil pan, from the rear structure to the front mains. We've got everything in there. It's ready to go, guys. I'm also sending this box here. That's the rest of the build kit, your intake manifold, your exhaust manifolds, and all the stuff you need for putting all your parts back on the side, guys. Then I've got this old M14 here, guys. This is an old mechanical M14 here. These right here are very rare engines. You don't find these every day, especially this engine here. The mileage on it's just right, and it's clean from top to bottom. Good used runner, inspected out with the warranty. Then we get over here. Then we get to this big old engine. Anybody knows what this big old engine is? These are all 15 liter, or not all, but most of these big engines are around your 15 from 12, 7 on up. Any marine motors for boats? Mad Muck says. Detroit Series 60 is the best engine you can buy. Truck driver says. Absolutely. I think that the Detroit Series 60 is a great engine. I also think the DD15 is a great engine as well. This DD15 we build in-house, the platform, 13s or 15s or 16s. Matter of fact, do we have any marine engines? Not at this time, but I can source engines. I've got several vendors. Go ahead and give me a follow and check in my profile. And yeah, in my profile there should be a link to the bio. You can call and ask the salesman. They'll be able to help you out. I'm new to this YouTube. We're usually on another platform, guys, so YouTube's new to me. Anyways, this DD15 here, I built for a guy 6 months ago. He's down in Texas. He's getting about almost 5 miles a gallon, pulling 100 to 200,000 plus pounds daily, guys. DD15, he's telling me he's out running Caterpillars, and that's only on a 450 economy tune, guys. That's nothing, no big tune, no big horsepower. He's got the right gears, he's got the right transmission, he's got the right power plant, and he's pulling that around daily, guys. I'm going to go over this real quick with you guys, what this DD15 I offer in my long block builds here, guys. In my long block build on the DD15 and all DD15s, you get a brand new oil pan, you get a brand new suction manifold, and you get a brand new oil pump. I also I get an upper kit and a lower kit. The block has been to the reman shop. All the work's been done to the block at the reman shop. We also put in new pistons, new rods, new liners. That comes with the kits. The rods are all remanned. And then the head goes to the reman shop, and my reman shop completely fully goes through these heads. They pressure test them, they magnaflux them. They pretty much go through every single thing in it. All the valves are new, all the injector cups are new, the seats are all new or been worked. Injector cups in there are all new. Also, guys, on these DD15s, we put the rocker box on top. We've got remand cams inside there. They are timed with OEM timing tools. We do have a 6-pack of remand injectors inside there. We do got your injector wire harness in there, your rear structure, where all your gearing is. We have it all geared in with the proper timing tools from Detroit. This engine is ready to go, ready to ship. This is a 903.
That one's a 906.
906. This is
2014.
2014 Detroit 906. This engine here is ready to ship. We also, this box on top is the rest of the build kit. Like I stated, we purchase an upper and a lower build kit, and that's everything: your exhaust manifold, your intake manifold, your crankcase breather, all your gaskets, O-rings, pass-throughs, all everything that the is left in the kit. I don't keep.
Bo, what's going on, buddy? Does that work a little better for you, Bo?
So, Too Tall says, I pulled equipment with regular trucks and some 2500s and 3500s, but I can only imagine the power and torque coming from those engines. Yes, sir. These engines are pretty torquey here. So what you're looking at here is a lineup. These are all good used engines, inspected out with warranty, except for an engine I built here, this DD15 I just went over with you. That is a remand engine. The rest of these are good used engines with warranty, guys. You guys are riding shotgun with me this morning through my engine shop. Am I a rapper?
Yeah,
Tell them to go check out Action Bronson. And I just got a Marine engine question. Told them to call the office. The office can source engines. We got plenty of vendors. Morning, guys. Here's a shot of our build shop. We're going to get building on this X15 here in a little bit. This is the next build up on the books. I do got a Cummins N14 Select Red Top Plus back here that we're working on as well. We just unwrapped it this morning. We're going to be setting the gauge up here to get the piston top dead center, get your injection push rods up where they need to be. We're getting ready to do that, guys. Hey guys, I just want to shout out Real White Diesel, the shop that we own, work for. Things we do a little different. We make sure we buy the right parts. We're not just shining parts up and throwing back at them, guys. We're buying like this fuel pass-through. You know, we're putting new fuel pass-through on, the coolant pass-through. We're not just shining it up and putting new rings on it. Same with the oil squirters, guys. We put new oil squirters in that block. We got a new auxiliary bushing in there and dust seal. Like I said it before, everything's proper tooling, guys. We do run ERA. We do run ERA for all of our information. We are ERA certified engine builder. Again, guys, this X15 is up on the stand. We're going to get building on this. We got the shells in it, so what we do is we put the shells in it. We'll put the new bolts in. We'll torque it down. We'll take the dial bore gauge, run it through, get the measurement. We'll pull the crank in. We'll measure the crank. We take all the rods, we do the same thing, we put the shells in them, we'll torque them down, run the dial bore gauge through, we'll do the math, and that'll let us know what our oil clearance is.
Boss Man is over on YouTube streaming right now as well. You can catch his live stream. I'm going to be jumping off mine. You guys jump
I don't see any 470 Detroits.
Row Jimmy, good morning. Who's building all them custom engine crates? You remember who builds ours? It's a company here in Michigan, Burley. early if you want any more.
No, I don't have any 470s. Also, guys, I've got tons of reman heads, cranks, cams on my shelf that are preserved and ready to be shipped out. Here's my next DD15 builds coming up, guys. Again, we put new oil pans, suction manifolds, oil pumps. We don't skimp our builds, especially on these Detroits. These Detroits are key and vital. 12.7 Detroits. Old DD15, DD13, 12.7 Detroit. Here's some Screaming Jimmies. Truck driver says, what's the name of the shop? We are Worldwide Diesel. We're Worldwide Diesel. I've even came up with a way to clean these EGR coolers out. I run them through a process. I got a video on TikTok, I think it is, of a process of me cleaning these when I start them and what the water looks like, and when I finished what it looks like. Again, it's not going to be brand new, but it's definitely, I would say at least 85-90% cleaned. Just walking you guys through my engine warehouse. You guys have been riding with me and my tearing down engines, Detroits. Everyone wanted, I'd been talking about this end of the shop. Everybody wanted to come see this shop. So we're here riding this morning, every morning on TikTok. The links are in my description. We go live on a sales video showing our engines that we've got highlighted for the week. Again, guys, this X15. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel to keep up with the update. We do post our what we're doing for the day. We make videos. Again, guys, on our build kits, we don't skimp. We order uppers and lower kits for everything. Your piston kits are all over here. Your sleeve kits are here. Your head gaskets in here. Again, we put brand new bolts in the head, brand new bolts here in the mains. Take you over here. We're actually got some bolts oiled up. We call this donkey urine 1540. Got the bolts. These are brand new bolts for the main caps here on this X15, oiled up overnight, getting them truck driver 3000. You still on here? Truck driver 3000. You still riding shotgun with me? If you are, go ahead and give that a screenshot. Screenshot that. Give you guys a minute in case you're driving down the road. You get that screenshotted, that'll be like a digital business card. It's got all my information, my name, address, phone numbers, email. Some of the engines that we deal with commonly are your Detroit Cat, Cummins, International, Mercedes, Volvo, John Deere's. We do provide injectors, used injectors, core injectors, ECMs, cams, cranks, heads, blocks, everything here. Give you guys another second to get this screenshotted. This will be your digital business card. Anyways, guys, we're still live over here this morning. Our TikTok feed has ended. We are still live on YouTube. I'll move you guys over. Try to get a little better view. Sorry, guys, I'm an engine builder. I'm not much. Oh man, sorry, guys. I'm not much of a photographer. More of an engine builder. Yeah. Okay, Get Dirty says, yeah, TikTok, YouTube's winning. Absolutely, that was kind of what's going on. Is we've kind of got a lot of feedback. Not a lot of people are on TikTok, so we're trying this YouTube thing out. We're pretty successful over on the TikTok. Go ahead and give me a subscribe, guys. We do share our content from the platforms. Um, So if you guys are into heavy duty diesel engines, mechanics, tech tips, things like that, give us a follow. We really like a subscribe. Fred says I put a 6V 92 Detroit in my old 1970 Ford cab over. It turned it into a car hauler. It was an old garbage truck run like Oh, absolutely, Fred. I bet it did, and I would love to see the pictures of that. I like cab overs. I love them old cab overs. That 6V92 probably sounded real good coming out of them stacks of that cab over. That's another thing. Car haulers are starting to become extinct. I keep seeing hot shots with little wedge trailers, 2, 3, 4 cars on a wedge trailer with a F-350 pulling it, losing our trucking. Get Dirty. Shop looks sick too. I want that one day. I'll drop a sub. Hey, Get Dirty. I really appreciate you dropping a sub, man. And shout out to Get Dirty for recognizing the shop. You know, it is a work of art here. Um, this shop here, it takes a lot of work to keep it up. You'd see some of our other videos of me in my teardown bay. It don't look this nice. Here in this engine warehouse, we warehouse all of our engines. This whole line on the far wall is all your Caterpillar engines we warehouse all the way down. Then you come back on the back side of this row and you got all your 12.7s and your DD15 used good runners with inspections. You come back down this aisle here, guys. This is going to be your Cummins aisle. Usually we got like 5.9s like this, ISB, ISXs, X15s, N14s here. We got ISXs down here. Some of my engine stands I don't have engines on. This is all my hard parts, guys, up here. Cams, cranks, rods, heads, everything's been to the machine shop, came back, been preserved, and ready to be shipped out. This side is what I call my miscellaneous, guys, with kind of like what we call miscellaneous. You got all your Perkins, your Mercedes, your DT466s, your Volvos, your Internationals, kind of all of that kind of stuff, guys. Also, I'll walk you down here to my parts department here in Worldwide Diesel. Not only do we got good used hard parts, I call them, cams, cranks, heads, everything's been remanned. I'll walk you down here to my other parts department. And this is when we tear down engines, we tear all the parts off the side. They get visually inspected, bench tested if possible, cleaned up. Tag is created for it. A part number is found and listed. So here's my parts department, guys. I've got parts on skids all the way down, across the back, all the way down this, back into here, and up top. So what I'll go through with you real fast is this is our parts department. This is all your intake manifolds, exhaust manifolds, your gear cases, your gears, rockers, anything, your bonnets, your oil coolers, oil filter housings, just about anything. We got a block stiffener laying here. Anyways, guys, this is our parts department. What we like to tell our people that call and order parts from us is, if you could just find your part and you need replaced, locate the part number, the OEM casted part number, then give us a call. Let us know what that part number is. For instance, on our tagging here, On this tag, the part number is 368-4449. If you guys called in needing a water pump housing for a Cummins ISX, this bolts to the block. Your water pump goes in here. We're not pitted up, damaged. It is a good used part. It'll clean up nicely. Call with your part number. We'll run it in the system. They'll tell me, come out here on skid 6 at C15 and pull your part. We can have that shipped out same day, guys. You guys can buy it, pay for it, and get it shipped same day. We ship worldwide. We ship overnight. Whatever you need, we can handle, guys. We've been doing this a long time. We are Worldwide Diesel. We've got everything here. We've got rocker boxes for 60 series, or N14s. We got gear cases for 60 series. Exhaust manifolds. I mean, the list goes on, guys. We just have a little bit of everything. We've got we sold 2 of these last week. These Caterpillar intake manifolds. When they take the pipe off here, they usually break the bolts off. This is a good used part. There's no broken bolts. We can locate our parts. We can get them wrapped up and shipped out same day. Get you guys up and running. A lot of my customers call and look for parts, and they tell me that they just talked to the dealership. Dealership's telling them that there's a what do they call that? I can't think of it. There's a lot of the guys say the dealerships are just telling them that there's a wait. They can't get it. That they don't make the part. They can't get it. National back order, they call that. The word they keep using. Got some rods in here. If you just need a single rod, your rod messed up, some pickup tubes. Anyways, guys, we got a little bit of everything here at Worldwide. Just walking you through the warehouse here, parts department. Yeah, parts shortage, absolutely. I'm an engine mechanic, guys. I don't. You have to. I'm actually engine builder, so. Again, another engine stand here that we have. We do like these rotators. We have 5 in-house. We're not building our engines on skids, on floors, on rickety metal. Let me get back up here. Sorry, guys. Shop looks sick. Got any 3406Es? Black market trucking, not sure at this moment about 3406Es. I think we do got a couple cores. I don't have any used runners, I don't think. Do me a favor in my description here. If you give me a subscribe in that description box, I've got all my information. You could call the shop. And I think here in the description of this video, I've got the shop number. Go ahead and give the office a call. We do source, and we do got multiple people around the country that we can reach out to, so we can source engines as well. That's what we do here at Worldwide Diesel. We're a heavy-duty diesel engine supplier. Where is your heart, my friend? Where is your heart, my friend? Not sure what you mean by that, Casey. Part shortage, yes, things get dirty. N14 is a bad word where I live. Oh, Trucker Road, you must be from that California. You over on that West Coast? N14 isn't a word. Yeah, I like the N-Series engines. N-Series engines have molded and made our trucking what it is. A lot of your Cummins big cams, your N-Series, your M11s. I mean, them engines there are what made America. You can't forget about your kitty cats, but a lot of these Cummins here, guys, he's made a lot of money for these guys. Still making a lot of money. How easy. You got 3 heads. If you have an issue, you can pull a head. You don't got to pull the whole head. You can get ahead like that and just remand and drop back on. Do your work. No, I live on southeast coast. Oh, okay. I didn't know that the N14 wasn't like down there. Yeah, I didn't realize that they didn't like the M14s down that way. Why is that, Trucker World? Walking you guys through the build shop. I'm going to be getting going back on this N14. Blah, blah, blah. I got an X15 here that I'm going to get building on. This is a sold engine. I do got a deadline. We're going to have this built here within probably the next 5 days. Stay tuned. Subscribe. Follow along. We got new pistons, new sleeves. We got new bolts for everything. We got a head gasket. Buy the upper kit, the lower kit. Everything's new, guys. New oil squirters. Over here, guys, we are building the M14 Select Red Top Plus. Oh, Jimmy says it's not liked, it's loved. Best engine ever. Yes, sir. I concur. Here is another N14 coming to life, guys. I'm bringing this N14 back to life. This is a Select Red Top Plus here. Here in-house, guys, as a builder, I'm OCD. I like to put on here 220 done. That means that I have hit my 220s. And then these slashes mean, should I say X's, mean that I have hit my 90-degree torque spec. So I know I've hit 220, painted up my bolt, hit my 90, and then I put another mark on it to make an X to know that that bolt has been torqued in, foot-pounds wise, and 90-degree torque turned. This engine's uncovered. We've been working on it, or getting ready to work on it this morning. My silage truck is a L10. L10's a great motor there, Chief. We got the rear main in her already. Rear structure. The bottom end's in. Only thing we're doing now, guys, is getting these push rods put in here. Yep, my builder just came on the live. Backyard Mechanic. Shout out Joe, Backyard Mechanic. He's my engine builder. He says he forgot to put his tissue back in number 1. We're gonna have to write him up for that, guys. We're gonna have to write him up for this. This engine's starting to come along. Does everybody else like this engine? He didn't put his tissue back in his hole. It's alright, I got you, boss. Again, guys, here in our process of our engine building, we make sure we tape every orifice and hole off and keep them plugged. We do not want any foreign material, a stink bug, anything getting inside our engine. Usually it is saran wrapped off, but we are working on it this morning, guys. We've got our gauge out so we can get our injector push rod height and our top dead center on our piston. We do got a new auxiliary drive going in. Again, guys, we're not cleaning up parts and putting back on engines. We buy new fuel tubes, new coolant pass-throughs, new oil squirters, new bushing in the front cover with the dust seal. God, this lady's voice drives me nuts. Sorry, guys. So this X15 here, guys, the rods are right here. I'm getting ready to work on these right now. These rods I do got all cleaned up. I did put the shells inside here. We are going to torque them down. Them are new bolts. We're going to torque them in. We're going to run a dial board gauge through, get the measurement, get the crankshaft down, get the crankshaft measured. Same here. We'll go ahead and get the new bolts in, torque them down, get them torqued in, get the dial bore gauge out, and we'll do the math and figure out what our oil clearance is for each rod and main. We'll keep it wrote down for information in the build. It's how we do things. We don't run a plastic gauge. I forgot to put the tissue in number 1. There's always been a strong love for that Series 60 here. No one wants the M14. I'm not sure why. My engine builder says he's sick. That's a sick build, man. Hey, Dave, I appreciate it, man. We take pride and joy in what we do around here. This isn't just a job. This is a lifestyle. This is not a job. This is a lifestyle. Shout out Trucker World saying them 60 series is where it's at. Them 60 series right there also made America great. I say we get these back in production, get the EGRs off, and make America great again. Government, I don't get talking about this often, but, none of their trucks and stuff have EGRs on it because they know that they just destroy and tear things up. So I wish they would just allow us to go back to this kind of platform here, to a Series 60, a 12.7, an old C15, back where we can get some money made in this trucking business. Dave RR says that's a sick build, man. Yeah, Dave, it's coming along. We're getting all our parts in. We're getting everything ready. We way we build here is we get everything ready. We get it ready to go, and then we start our build. Our builds come together pretty fast once we start building. The part is getting parts. You guys got to keep checking your parts. We be getting new parts, and they're not good. They're bad, and always chasing parts, guys. I'm off. Keep up the YouTube, though. Real interesting. See ya. Take care. Hey, Getting Dirty. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate you riding shotgun with me and listening to me babble on. We'll catch you on the next one. Show us some Volvo motors. We want to see some Volvos. We want to see the Tupperware torpedo engines. We call these Volvo D. Well, I don't know. It's a Volvo D13 here. We call these the engines that fit inside the Tupperware torpedoes. Typically, that's your mega carrier truck. They're them white Volvos running down the road, gazillion of them. That's your engines. Dave says, I'm a small engine builder. I understand the work and the struggle. EGR, DPF are stupid. Getting parts nowadays is a nightmare. Absolutely, Dave. The real chicken wanted to see a Volvo. We got one up on here for you. The real chicken. Meister, man, whoa. That is a meaty looking engine. Absolutely. We got our little guys up here for your medium duty trucks. You got your C7s, 3126s, your 5.9 Cummins, ISBs, your little Mercedes, and this right here is a C15 Jeep. This is a military engine here. It can be put in a truck, no problem. I think it's like 600 horses. You still on here, chicken man? The real chicken? The real chicken wanted to see Volvos. He liked to see that sea green color. Excuse me. He wanted to see some Volvos. I got a long block here. This has like 15,000 miles on it. It's a good used running engine. It's just been rebuilt about 15,000 miles ago. My personal pickup has a 6.0 Power Stroke. Shout out, I was working on my buddy 6.0 a couple weeks ago. I drive a 6.7 Power Stroke myself. I do like the Power Stroke platform. Again, guys, the real chicken wanted to see some Volvos. We're strolling along for the real chicken, showing him some Volvos if he's still in here. Strolling along, showing the Volvos. I call these the shout out Charlie Trucker, the Tupperware Torpedoes, Volvo mega carrier over the road truck. Thanks, man. Oh, not a problem, real chicken. Appreciate you being here, bro. Appreciate you riding shotgun and riding along with me this morning. Got a few Volvos in here for you to look at. These ain't bad engines, man. We buy and sell a lot of D13s here. I just had a guy bring one to me, a core from a wrecking company. I actually rejected it. It was in a bad wreck. It was tore up, and couldn't buy it off him. Chief Mud Dog, everyone give me a hard time when I bought the 6.0 home. Yeah, I gave my buddy all my buddies a hard time with 6.0s. Thing about a 6.0 is you're gonna need to learn. You're gonna need to know how to work on a diesel engine. The 6.0 can be a great engine, just needs some work. If you're definitely not familiar with diesel engines, I wouldn't recommend a 6.0, a 6.4. But with some common knowledge and some new parts, you can turn that 6.0 into a great engine. Also, Chief Mud Dog, the 6.0 is one of my favorite sounding engines. You take that turbo silence delete ring out of there. I like them when they're spooled up. Truck driver says some call them plastic princesses. Absolutely, plastic princess, Tupperware torpedoes. Absolutely, absolutely, guys. We're here in my parts department where we house 7,000 used parts. Anything from, we got scissor gears up there, we got idler gears, we've got fuel filter housings for the Cummins, we've got intake manifolds for cats, we've got Jake brakes, we got gear cases. I even got some good, I know it's not good to use used dampeners, but these dampeners are in good shape. We do got pulleys. We do got, like, this is a water pump housing for a Cummins here. Cummins oil cooler. A little bit of everything, guys. Front mount. So I know, like, if you get an engine out of a salvage yard, they just cut them out. A lot of times they cut out these mounts and damage them, cutting them bolts out. We got mounts so you don't have to have a damaged front mount. Exhaust manifolds, guys, we pull these apart, inspect them, make sure they're not cracked. Look real good there where that turbo seats up, make sure we're not cracked out. Like $200 a piece used exhaust manifolds, guys. We got rocker lines. Got everything, guys. Intake manifolds, gear cases, even flywheels. Little bit of everything, guys. There's so much stuff I can't even call out one thing. My ADD's having me look at everything. DD15 air compressor gear, some TRW power steering pumps used, some pickup tubes. Sell a lot of pickup tubes. I think people drop their engines while they're swinging them or got them out of the truck and smash them all the time. Got some comments, guys. So I need some help with a 7.3. Need 8-foot dually bed and injectors. Let me set this down. Where are we at? I need some help with a 7.3. Need 8-foot dually bed and injectors. I might be able to source you some injectors. We are heavy duty diesel. We don't do any pickup truck stuff, but sometimes we can source them. If you look in my description, and you can call the number in there and talk to the office, they might be able to locate you some. What should I replace a CP4 with? We're talking pickup trucks stuff. I don't know a lot about the pickup truck stuff, guys. The CP4 I know is junk. I know that there is some upgrades to it that you can put on there to keep that contaminant free. So it don't push. So if it does let loose, I guess it's the cam roller that and the cam that let loose in there and push through the system. They got like a plug or a block that won't allow any disco party, any metal passed into the system. You could look for that. Actually, Boomlick, I think Dave's Auto just did a video about the CP4. Shout out Dave's Auto. Go check his CP4 video out. You'll never find a locked up 6073 best engine to me, oil pressure based. Yeah. Yeah, actually, Gabriel, that 7.3, funny story. My first 7.3 I ever had, I was pulling big loads. I was young and I was power braking. It was a dually, and I just tearing it up, and ended up with a major rear main seal leak. And one day I went out there to fired it up, drove it, got on the highway, and it shut off and couldn't start it. I couldn't figure it out. Called my buddy, said, check the oil. I said, the oil ain't gonna make it not run. Sure is. I checked the oil. We ain't have much oil. That engine wouldn't start. And I thought that was the greatest thing ever. That saved me from blowing my engine up, spinning bearings. Thought it'd be something they put on every engine, and it's not. You'll never find a... Sorry, I didn't realize you weren't too familiar. Your life just popped up in my algorithm. Oh, Boomstick, and my Dan Connor. Actually, no, I am not Dan Connor. I'm Jason. I'm an engine builder, diesel mechanic here at Worldwide Diesel. Not Dan Connor. John Goodman. I get a lot of that around here. Yeah, Boomlick. I know a little bit about them old trucks, pickup trucks, but everything I know is heavy duty diesel. That's all I've ever been a part of. Support my good man. Thanks. That's right. That's right. That's right. Wrong name. Thanks for responding, Bug. Yeah, I only know because I get it every live. All my videos, they say I look like John Goodman. I actually put some tape on my shirt and then wrote John Goodman on it. And in some of my videos, it's funny because it says John Goodman and people make comments about it. Then they also say I look like a guy named Action Bronson. I get a lot of that in my Action Bronson. I sound like John Goodman, and I look like Action Bronson. Kind of weird. But when you're on TikTok or YouTube here, you definitely get all of the people letting you know what you look like, what you should have did, how you did it wrong. I love it. Anyways, guys, I gotta find my thermos. I was just walking you guys through my parts department, showing you them used parts that we got. Also, guys, we've got camshafts and crankshafts of all makes and models that have been remanned. They've been preserved. They are ready to ship ASAP as soon as payment. There's an M14 head completely gone through. Remand. Again, guys, we at Rowite Diesel are a heavy-duty diesel engine supplying company. We supply everything that has to do with heavy-duty diesel engines. For those of you that would like my contact information, now's your time to get your screenshot ready. Go ahead and give this a screenshot. If you guys screenshot this, this would be a business card with my contact information. If you guys are ever looking for good used engine parts, good used engines, remand engines, we definitely are a source for that. We definitely deal with all makes and models, heavy duty diesel engines. I've got good viewers. I've been just trying to, usually we go live on TikTok. YouTube's kind of picking up. We're holding good viewers, so I haven't ended my live this morning, guys. You guys are riding shotgun with us this morning here in our engine warehouse. These are all good used, inspected with warranty used engines. There's also a Long Block Plus Detroit in there that's a remand engine built in-house. We got our own build shop in-house. You guys are looking at a Cummins X15. This is a Cummins X15 getting built in the build shop. I spilt my coffee all over my builder's tool cart. Got coffee spilled. Tried to pour a cup of coffee. It's like I'm driving down the road. I can't pour a cup driving down the road or sitting still. The first time I ever poured a cup of coffee. Anyways, guys, let me see what we got. I got a bunch of comments here, guys. If I miss anything, I'm very sorry. Where are we at? What's your thoughts on the DT466? I bought a tow truck with this motor just from the fact that it's an oil pressure engine. Yeah, DT466, a mechanical. I don't mind a DT466. I just sold one the other day. Mechanical, DT466 mechanical. They're not a bad engine. Not a bad engine at all. We sell a lot of 466s here. Basically your 7.3. You know, it's going to be your inline 6, 7.3 in my opinion. Abdu says, hi, what's up, brother? What's your thoughts on the new BS remand injectors? What's your thoughts on new BS remand injectors? Chief, we deal with a injector company that does all of our remanding on our injectors. And yes, we have some remand injector failures. Nothing serious that contaminate the system or cause failure. Sometimes, you know, solenoid's not firing or something, but luckily with our build, you know, we put injectors in. Our guys let us. So if we have an injector problem, we'll call our supplier. They'll drop ship or ship an injector to the customer or my location before a core injector is needed to get you back up and running. So they'll get one in the mail. If you get the injector going back to them, it'll meet in the middle and everybody will be happy. But yeah, we have injector fails once in a while from remand injectors.
Warranty's great though.
But the warranty's awesome.
Actually, Kathleen was just talking about that because Detroit Diesel, when I was just in the office, Detroit Diesel just called us and wants us to start doing their rebuild kits.
Detroit Diesel just called and wants us to start supplying them with what?
Wants us to start buying their rebuild kits straight from Detroit Diesel.
Oh, Detroit Diesel called and says that they want us to buy their OEM Detroit kit for our Detroits we build in-house.
Yes.
because we build so many Detroits, they want us to be using their kit. That is awesome news, guys. Detroit just called and wants us to start building with their kits. Usually we build with D, IPD. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at my phone and look at that and like double visioning. Or Interstate McBee, but it'd be nice building with OEM. Sorry guys, I'm trying to look at comments. I'm an engine builder. I'm not much of a, what do they call this, a director? Sorry, I didn't realize you weren't super lead. I already got that. Is your shop rebuild only or do you repair? Truck driver says, is your shop rebuild only or do you repair shop also? Right now we are just engine. We don't do any repair in-house. Our location that we're right next to a river, and I'll take you out real quick, just give you a peek. And due to the township that we're located in, they do not want us having trucks sitting around leaking oil. They do not want any contaminants in the creeks, so they really stay on us. We're trying to get permitted and change things so we can work on trucks here. It really sucks we can't. I do got shops around here that we can get you your work done. This is the river here, guys. This is the wild salmon and steelhead and trout migrate through here, so they don't like us. Sorry guys, I got too far away from the Wi-Fi. This is my other shop. Ha ha ha. Support. That's right. Wrong name. Thanks for. I got way off on the comments. Oh, verse not. Okay. Really, I for the price, I like a remand injector, and with my warranty they offer, I can't beat it. Remand injector, I'd go with the remand injector. It's more price saving. It's going to be pretty much the same thing. I've also had lots of new injectors fail. Injector failure is not just a remand injector thing. Even new injectors fail, guys. Sorry, I'm shaking you guys up a little bit. Ever found a pickup truck that they make these days that are disposable? All of the older trucks you could get a few 100,000 miles. Then these new trucks do no good in me. Yeah, these new trucks, man, you're lucky to get them to last you. Especially up here where we live in the Rust Belt. Sucks because you buy a truck and invest in a truck and they throw all that salt and chloride down on the road and just eats the trucks alive. I don't even drive my truck in the winter time and my truck's all rusted out. Gabriel says, any fish, nice river you got there. Yeah, Gabriel, that river is a migratory river. It gets out, actually goes to Lake Michigan. It finds its way to Lake Michigan. All your wild salmon, steelhead, cohos, every kind of species live in that river. Smallmouth, largemouth, walleye, suckers, carp, catfish, bluegill, crappie. A little bit of everything in that river. Anyways, guys, I've been on here for a while, and I still holding a lot of viewers, so we're staying live. Anybody got any questions or need anything related to heavy-duty diesel engines? Yep, that's a nice river we got. Has your building ever flooded? Fred says. Fred says, has your building ever flooded? Yeah, this we had some incredible rain a few years ago, and it raised our town flooded. Luckily, our shop here, the water never made it like past even half of a skid height. So we were lucky enough. We kind of were like an army with squeegees right here fighting it out the door. We had sandbags up. We didn't flood here. Luckily, we knew it was coming and prepared. We kept the water out. Has your build? Are you doing same? Are you doing some building today? Abdul, he's asking, are we doing some building today? Another guy says, shush, look at them big blocks. They must weigh 2,000. Yeah, a full dresser engine, I think, is like 3,500. But yeah, we will be building here. We are got an engine going. The builder's in here now. He got some bolts in. He likes to run this impact here. This impact here, when I say impact, it's really not an impact. It's a torque wrench. It's a power torque wrench. So he sets it up to a low number. He uses that just to spin his bolts down in the block. Then he'll pick up another torque wrench and torque it in. Bud, you forgot to put the crankshaft in. So what we do, guys, is we don't use plastic gauge. Everything we run is dial bore gauge. So what we'll do is we'll torque these mains down in. We'll run a dial bore gauge through here, get our measurement. We'll pull our crankshaft up. We'll mic our crankshaft. And then we got the rods here that we put our shells in. We'll do the same process. We'll torque these down. These will get torqued in. We'll run our dial bore gauge through, get our measurement. We already know our measurement with no bearing. So we can make sure that this is manufacturer specification. And also we do it to make sure we've got the right oil clearance, guys. We check our oil clearance on every main, every rod. She's look at that. You being able to do this is pretty cool, man. Thanks. I love watching runaway Peterbilts. It's scary how high the RPMs can go on them diesels. Oh yeah, when them trucks let go and run away. Alright guys, here's a business card. If you guys want to give this a screenshot. This is my information. You can give us a call. Call the office with all your heavy-duty diesel engine needs or parts needs. You guys get a shot of that. We're still holding a lot of views here, guys. This is my good used engines. These are all for sale. They have been inspected. They are painted. They are ready to ship. What's the strongest engine there? The strongest engine here? It all depends on what you're trying to do. I like this engine here that we build in-house, DD15. This engine here, I got a guy that's pulling 100 to 200,000 pounds daily, even more than 200,000. He's only got it tuned up on a 450 economy tune. And that engine right there is a strong pulling engine. That is a DD15, guys. Is the dresser IH still in business? Are you talking about international harvesters, Fred? Don't think no international harvesters are being made anymore. Here's my crankshaft for this X15 build, guys. Everything's wrapped up, preserved. The builder in there needs more muscles.
Need some new muscles, bud.
I'll have to go get him some muscle milk. I love when the trucks do the engine braking. Sounds like hellfire. Yeah, when engines do let go and there's catastrophic failure, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of noises, a lot of smell, a lot of oil, a lot of smoke, a lot of coolant. Yes, when an engine lets go, it can get pretty wild, absolutely. Alright, I'll do it the right way if you want to film this time. Oh, you're gonna work, bud? Yeah, I had to break out the snap-on. I know everybody loves snap-on. How much everybody loves snap-on. I know I need to get busy too. We're holding some viewers. Alright guys, he's torquing in these main caps here. 1/2-inch snap-on torque wrench. He's doing a mannequin challenge, guys.
So that's only 75. Only 75 foot pounds. With a 4-foot bar?
You're only pulling 49 pounds, bud.
Yeah, with a 4-foot bar. The 300s that really kick my butt. Go. Yeah, I mean.
I love when the trucks do the engine. Those trucks love use. Those trucks love use, but engine braking to slow down. But I love the sound it makes. Hey Joe, next time that's happening, get your camera out and film it and tag me in it, buddy. Good morning, guys. Good morning. So here at Worldwide Diesel, guys, we are a heavy duty diesel supplier. We supply everything heavy duty diesel. We can supply reman blocks, heads, cranks. We have all makes and models heavy duty diesel engines. We got your 5.9 Cummins ISBs, your N14s, your Cummins ISXs, International DT466s, your Volvo D13s. We got your Series 60 Detroits. We got your DD15s. These are all good used running engines. Of course, we've got your Kitty Cat, your Caterpillars as well, guys. We also have thousands of crankshafts and camshafts that have all been through the reman process that are preserved and ready to be shipped out. This is old 12.7 engines here. These are good, used, inspected engines. These are ready to ship. These two engines here are clean inside and out. So here's your Series 60 Detroit. So this is what Detroit ran with their power plant. Then EPA sets mandates. They spend the most money ever designing an engine, and they came up with this DD platform. If you can. Truck driver says, if you can, you reman a woman with a better attitude, you be the richest man. Oh my gosh, truck driver, I've never thought about that, bud. Never thought of that. I'm going to have to put some more thought into that there, truck driver. That ain't a bad idea. I'm going to put a lot more thought into that one there, truck driver. Shout out, truck driver. I got to read that one again. If you can reman a woman with a better attitude, you'll be the richest man in the universe. I love it. I got lucky, guys. Me and my wife been together 20 years. Just had our anniversary. Pretty good. Anyways, guys, I'm going to hold up my contact information. If you guys want to screenshot this information, it'll be a business card from me to you. You guys want to give me a screenshot? Get you dialed in. Here it is. This is all my contact information. We've got our name, our address, our phone number, our email. We are a leader in the heavy-duty engine business, guys. We buy and sell diesel engines. So if you're looking to sell diesel engines and parts, give us a call. And if you're looking to buy a good used diesel engine with warranty or a rebuilt engine with warranty, give us a call. All right, guys, my views are back up. I was gonna say I'm gonna let you go. Those trucks, where are we at? Congratulations on the 20 years of marriage. Thanks, truck driver. Been pretty good. Not too bad. I got lucky with the woman I got. Again, guys, we are working on a Cummins X15. He's got the mains in there with the bearing shells. We're looking to grab the measurement with the dial bore gauge. As soon as he gets them torqued in, we'll be torquing this X15 in. Also got some rods to deal with. These bolts are brand new. These are torque to yield bolts, so he's stretching them and getting the first tighten them down with them. So he does like to take it a little slow, feel his threads. If you're not OCD, you better not be an engine builder. We need to glue some shingles under his feet so he's got traction. Why I wear tennis shoes. Everybody wonders why I wear tennis shoes. What drawer? Workbench drawer. Oh, well that would make sense. Small box. Pull your drawers up till I find it. Yeah. But I got fatter overnight. You weigh yourself again? No, I woke up, dude. I couldn't fit my 3 shirts. First 3 shirts I put on.
First torque spec on this one is going to be 150 foot-pounds. Oh, Jason, your camera ain't no good.
You gotta hit the thing soon.
Oh, okay.
You really gotta
There we
hit
go.
it.
150 foot-pounds. As we're running these bolts down. And bust out the snap-on 3/4 tech angle. What are we gonna run these to? The one guy said 300. Why 300? That's the wrong one, boss.
Wrong one.
That's degrees.
What are we on degrees for?
I don't know. There she is. What are we running this one to? The one guy said why
It's like,
300.
It's like an auction, bud. We keep going up. We're going up. We're going. We're going. What was that?
What was that? I don't know. My wife already left.
This torque wrench is 289, 290, 294, 290, 300 foot-pounds. 300 foot-pounds, guys. Hit this 300 foot-pounds. And then we'll have to torque turn it as well. If you can, congratulations on the 20. Thank you, thank you. Bring you guys in the build shop. Getting the torque wrench all set up right now, guys. Be pulling 300. I'll grab that for you, buddy. Put the 365-pound big back to work. I had a real dark screen, so I'm trying to. 300 foot-pounds. We're gonna torque these into 300, guys.
Hey guy, tell me it's a 4-foot bar, that's only 75 foot-pounds. You're only pulling 75 foot-pounds right now, boss. Does that feel like 75?
Lean with it. Lean with it. Rock with it. Now lean with it, folks. You gotta tighten all this down to 300 foot-pounds, and then you gotta loosen it back up, and then you gotta do it again. Whoa. Snap on belt sent me flying. Dude, I felt that. Them paws didn't rip. Nice, easy pulls. Nobody's tugging hard. Nobody's yanking on the torque wrench. Nice, steady, constant pulls. Slow. That one felt like it was messed. Okay. Maybe the alignment bell wasn't seated. I could tell when you first took off too. You didn't do that. I think that was a stick that was going too. That was the only thing I could see. Alright guys. That now is torqued into 300 foot-pounds. Per the book, you torque it down 300 foot-pounds. Then you break it loose.
I'm just trying to double check if I can.
He's just double checking 300s.
But I'm not
man enough to double check them. You forgot the crankshaft.
Did we really get that?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Here, bud, let me get on there for you. Work my ratchet.
Only 75 foot-pounds.
Yeah, it's not hard at all.
I don't care.
Look, one-handed.
One-handed big bag.
One-handed big bag running it. 300.
This dude can do more one-handed than I can do
One-handed.
two-handed.
But I only weigh 65 more pounds than the torque spec. When you're a 365 big bag, ooh, bam. Ah, yeah.
I'm already hungry.
Now they gotta come loose. Not gonna lie, the big guy makes it look easy.
Zero tear error. Zero tear error.
Wrong tool, bud. That's for tightening, not loosening.
I use it all the time.
I know it. I wouldn't be if it was mine.
You got something for it? For 1 inch or 3/4?
Yeah.
Hopefully it pulls out of that mode. It should. It did. What? It's a snap on.
Huh? This is my socket.
Oh yeah, that's right. We'll go that way. I'll get it, boss. You can't do everything. Jeez.
Snap-on's 1 inch ratchet.
Brand new bolts, guys. That noise you're hearing is the brand new bolts just stretching. It's normal.
I'll go again.
All these bolts are well oiled.
More.
Alright guys, so the point of that, torquing it down to 300 and then pulling it off is there's alignment dowels in here, or springs, that you seat, make sure they're properly seated. And then you torque it back down 300, torque turn at 90, and then we'll get our measurement and then take it loose. Oh, where are we at? Alright, no comments, just some viewing. Alright guys, them are all loose.
Dylan said, yeah, not gonna lie, the big guy makes it look easy. What do you need, boss?
Half-inch ratchet.
It wasn't just hanging on the...
I need something bigger than that.
Oh. I don't have nothing bigger than that, bud.
What?
Oh, I got my corn.
Yeah, perfect. That's what I'm going for.
Got my old corny.
Yep, that's exactly what I needed.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Perfect. I knew you had something. Just couldn't find it. Not a good finder, bud. Alright guys. We torqued it down 300 foot-pounds. We're going to torque them back down 300. Got the alignment dowel seated. We'll throw just a hair bit of oil on these cap screws here. Just oiling down the bottom of these cap screws a little bit more. We're trying to figure out what our oil clearance is here, guys. We got the bearing shells in.
970, I just counted 2020. All right, but there's a problem because there was $1,000 in cash, sweetheart. I counted it right in front of you. Now, if she only put 970, you should have questioned that. I literally just told you there's 1,000 cash here. Literally even told you what it was. That's why I told you what it was. That way, if there was a difference, you say, wait a minute, there's supposed to be 1,000 there. Now we're $30 short and you didn't catch it. You didn't stop it. You didn't nothing. I literally just told you there was $1,000.
Tell her the machine's wrong. Fuck, man. Fucking, it's life. The machine's not right. Yeah, just continue to fucking allow everybody else to fucking tell you your life.
Alright, guys. Right in here. Everyone likes the live, so it spreads for this man. Thank you, way to go. Everybody give me a like, subscribe. So what we're doing here is we're putting the main bolts in and the bearing shells. We tighten it down. We run it out bore gauge through, take a measurement, make sure we're in OEM specifications. We'll bolt the crank up. We'll mic the crank on all its lobes and journals. Get the measurement. I got my connecting rods sitting right here. We're going to do the same thing. Torque them all in, get a measurement. That'll give us our oil clearance, guys. I just walk them down. I got to hit 300 final. We already hit 300. Pulled it off. Backed it up. So the alignment dowel rings are seated. We'll run 300 foot-pounds and then we'll torque turn to 90. And then pull the dowel bore gauge out and get our reading. Final torque is 300. I'm hitting 60s right now, just tightening everything up, get it all the same. Get it all about 60 just to get some snug on them. It's a 1/2 inch snap-on torque wrench, by the way. I'm gonna run with 150 foot-pounds, halfway to 300. $150. so
No, you're good. I did the same thing to you.
I wasn't even looking up there.
Move that damn hand. Now this is not the specific torque sequence for the Cummins ISX, or ISX 15 or the X15. We are doing this out of sequence because there is no crank inside of it right now. Once we get the crank in it, we will be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this way. There ain't no crank in it. It's not going to matter which sequence you use. Just tightening down 2 bolts per cap. I wonder if me holding it is going to apply more torque. Double. Double checking all the 300s. Sweep my floor. That one is turning. That one also turned a little. That one also turned a little.
We're mating the bearings. Everything's coming together.
Like a nice pair of butt cheeks. I'll never forget that one. Must have forgot one, huh? No reason for double checking. Our PAI guy's out with a sick baby today, so don't know if we'll get the call today or Monday on PAI stuff.
Bud, get me sweating too early in the morning. Oh. A 360-pound big back moves right there, bud. Anybody watching? Yeah, we got 312 viewers, guys. We got an M14 Select Red Top Plus also being built here. This head's a lot easier. These are 220 foot-pounds plus a 90. Little less than I'm dealing with over here. Of course, we got the right gauges for doing that. Era, shout out Era for all our perfect information. Let me see what we got. We got some comments. We got a bunch of comments. Holy moly. Holy moly. Everyone liked the spread for the man. Good talent. Looks honest in his work. Yes, sir. Absolutely, James. Smell, hey. Get that live to at least 100 likes. Yeah, guys, I get everyone subscribe and tap that screen up. I would love it. Thank you. Way to go for helping me out. You need a diesel, that's for sure. How many cc's? It's not. It's a ISX 15 or X15. If the block was turned sideways, torquing could be done pushing down. Use body weight. Dean, it don't work for me. I can only do the row of the boat. Nice. What engine does that belong to? An X15. Will that fit in my Civic? If you got the right amount of money, I'll put it in anything, even a bicycle.
Gotta be hatchback.
That definitely belongs in a Miata. Yep, perhaps. MG Light. Midget, I was thinking more of a smart car. We could put them in anything. Can you keep it down in there? Absolutely, Chandler. We'll try to keep it down. How about a Peel 50? Milwaukee DeWalt. We run Milwaukee. Keep up the great work. Torque turning 90 degrees, guys. This is a 1-inch ratchet here, snap-on ratchet. He's torque turning 90s. I'm gonna fire him and take over.
I love it when he fires.
Little. Yep.
Don't spill the coffee.
Don't spill the donkey piss.
Decent, Matthew.
Yep.
See if I can get you guys a little bit closer.
90 degree. We also need a video for YouTube or for TikTok of this.
Torque turning 90 degrees. All right.
Sorry guys, you're riding with us TikTokers. We're gonna film a TikTok real quick.
500 people watching you right now, boss.
500 people watching me torque turn these 90s with a snap-on 6-foot ratchet.
I lost where I was at.
We're still on. We're on a 1-inch ratchet, torque turning 90s. We're gonna shoot a TikTok video, so bear with us. Is it bowing?
Oh, she got a bow to her.
We turned her in there.
Oh yeah, she sat down perfect.
Putting a bow on that 1-inch.
You can really see it too. Give me a little Matthew, will you?
Just a little second chance here. This is a second chance, Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew.
Yes, sir. Brand new bolts here, guys.
Little Matthew.
These bolts have never. These bolts have never been. Oops. Smashed this $15,000 toolbox. These bolts have never been torqued in past 300.
Little Matthew. Yeah.
Brand new bolts. They've been oiled up.
You have a nice long torque wrench and extra long ratchet. That's good. This is a 1-inch drive ratchet, what we're using right now.
Our torque wrench.
If you're talking about the snap-on 3/4 tech angle, helps us hit them 300s a lot better. Yep. Give me a little
A
Matthew.
little bit more on there, guys.
We're calling this, yep. We're calling this a little second chance.
Huh?
We're calling this a little second
Little
chance.
second chance. Little second chance X15, fellas. You You got John Goodman here.
Yep. A little,
John Goodman on the ratchet. Come on, Roseanne.
Roseanne is also, they need to get measurements to find oil clearance, and everything measures out. Then we will measure the crank and we will put the crank. Yep. There's your 90-degree turn on all 100 bolts. I mean 14 bolts.
And after we measure it, we break them loose, lubricate everything up, and put a crankshaft in.
We're going to have to get the crankshaft down now too, because I don't have any measurements on my crankshaft. I'm going to need a crankshaft to get some measurements off of, and then we can run our dial bore gauge too. To the spec. As far as our paperwork, as far as our blueprinting here at Worldwide Diesel, this is some of the paperwork that we use. This is what we came up with for our process, folks. When we're blueprinting the engines, we measure the crank rod journals, crank main journals. We measure the connecting rod without a bearing. We measure the connecting rod with a bearing. That gives us our oil clearance. Same on the block here, so we're going to be messing with the block. So we've measured this block pre-bearings. We have everything wrote down. We can go ahead and transfer all the information to this paperwork, main without a bearing. Now we got the bearing in there. We'll be measuring it again. Get a crank. We need a crank. Yeah, a little bit more onto the paperwork too. We write down all the injector trim codes for you guys, for the mechanic that's installing that engine. He knows all the injector trim codes, DD15s, ISX15s, X15s. You got to write all that stuff down. We do the protrusion on all the holes here. That's just some of the paperwork we do here at Worldwide Diesel. A little bit of blueprinting on these. Do a little bit of blueprinting on these.
Thank you guys for riding shotgun with us this morning and watching us do our thing. If I get everybody go up there, subscribe to the channel that likes this content, that'd be awesome. Also, can I get you guys to tap that screen, run me up some likes? I really would definitely appreciate some likes. What that does is that helps with the algorithms in YouTube. That way it shares me more across the platform, especially with like-minded people. Again, guys, we're in our build shop this morning building this X15. We've just torqued the main caps in. Where are we at? Where's the crank? I think he explained that. They need to measure to find oil clearance, and if everything measures, they'll put the crank in. Thank you, Worldwide Diesel, for I almost put Worldwide Diesel in timeout. I would have probably got written up for that, and that was on accident. No plastic gauge used here. All dial bore gauge and micrometers. Check twice, then document. Nice job, guys. Heart, heart, heart equals 5 stars equals heart, heart, heart. Absolutely, guys. Dial bore gauge. We do not run plastic gauge. Plastic gauge is old man stuff. It's how we used to build engines. Now we dial bore gauge. Dial bore gauge, guys. Where's the snap-on stoolie, bud?
It's next door. I gotta go get it.
I gotta use the heater for a stoolie?
Yeah, I gotta go get it.
I can't do my job without my stoolie.
There's not many people that caught on to that neither. There's only a couple people that's like, you said that was your stoolie.
We're making an inside joke, guys. We got a video on TikTok, on one of our TikToks, about me on a stoolie doing rods. Really good video. Hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah, that one has over 100,000 views.
I don't think I posted that one on here. This is our dial bore gauge, guys, that we use. Our gauge does measure to the 10th of a thou.
There you go. There it is.
There it is right there. 10th measures to the 10th of the thou. That means that is absolutely precise, guys. That's precise measuring equipment. This right here is called the fixture. We set this fixture up. We put the dial bore gauge in here. Once you set it up to the right size, the bore's supposed to be, we set it up to the low end size of the bore. So when we go in, if we're negative, then we know we are out of tolerance. Yes, Dean, that is a 10th of a thousandth. And a hair is 3 thousandths. So if you plucked your hair out of your head and measured it, you'd be at 3 thousandths. This gauge here measures down to the 10th of a thousandth. Split that hair.
Piece of paper is also 3 thousandths of an inch thick. Roughly about 3 thousandths of an inch thick.
So that's 3 thousandths, and my dial bore gauge is reading a 10th of a thousandth. So imagine how small that is. We're talking about dust particles we're measuring here, guys. Now that we got the crank torqued in, we'll set the dial bore gauge up. We'll measure that. Once it checks out, we'll loosen the mains, lubricate them, get our crankshaft, measure that. That checks out. We'll set the crankshaft down in the engine. I'll be working on these rods. Same thing. We torque these in. I'll put them in here in the press. Torque them in. These are new rod bolts. So there's a special torque spec for new rod bolts. Old rod bolts has got a different torque spec. So we'll make sure we run the correct torque spec on these rods. And same thing, get them torqued in, get the dial bore gauge in it, get our measurement. Again, guys, everything sits wrapped up when we're not using. I didn't expect to learn something today. I like this. Cat Stevens says, I didn't expect to learn something, but I like this. Absolutely, Cat Stevens. If you want to give us a like and a follow here, and then check in the description to our other platforms. We do a lot of informal videos. We do a lot of everyday work here. We do a lot of funny videos. We got a lot of different content across this platform and TikTok. You'll find our TikToks in the description. We are Worldwide Diesel and Diesel Beast on that platform. Cat says he didn't expect to learn something today, but he did.
What did he learn?
About the dial bore gauge.
Oh.
Probably that paper's 3 thousandths thick. Cool, we're teaching them.
Yeah, it depends on what paper you're dealing with, but the ruled notebook paper, the rule of thumb for machinists is notebook paper is 3 thousandths of an inch thick. Same as your hair, like Diesel Beast would say.
So we've torqued this into 300 foot-pounds, and we've turned it 90 degrees, guys. So that's what the marks are signifying there on them bolts. So when we started, all the marks were horizontal, and now they're vertical.
And we do it the same way every time.
Everything's done the same every time, OCD. Crankshaft. Juan Felipe says crankshaft. This is the new X15. It's called a Ghost crankshaft, Felipe. We are running the Ghost, the 2.0 Ghost crankshaft here. The 2.0 crankshaft here, the Ghost, is awesome, man. You can't spin a bearing either way, rods or mains. All right, Felipe. So basically, we torque that into spec. We run our dial bore gauge. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna respond to Felipe. Excuse me. It's a different machine rebuilding engines. I love it. Keep up the good work. Okay. All right, Felipe. So what we do is we torque them down 300 foot-pounds plus 90 that the book calls for with the bearing shell. We come over here to our fixture. We set it up for the low end that the oil clearance calls for on the OEM spec. Then we put this dial bore gauge inside that fixture. We set it up for that fixture, for that measurement, and we measure the bore to make sure we're within tolerance here. I would hate to send an engine out that wasn't checked. All 7 main caps here get checked. Along with all the rods, we will check all the rods. All them rods are getting ready to be torqued in and checked. And then we come over to the crankshaft. I got to get the crankshaft out. So here's my crankshaft that I'm using. It's all been to the machine shop. It's wrapped up and preserved. There's no contaminants, no dust, no dirt, no bugs, no stink bugs, no nothing in them oil holes. It's wrapped up. We're going to pull this out. We're going to cut the shrink wrap off it. We're going to clean it all up. We're going to take the micrometers, mic every single lobe on that crankshaft, the rods, the mains, make sure we're in specification. We also jot down on, we have a build paper, and we keep track of our measurements on every single main, every single rod. We write it down. And then, Felipe, what that does is we do the math, and that lets us know our oil clearance. Is it standard? Yes, this is standard. Felipe, this is standard. It hasn't been cut in the bores. So basically, when I tear this engine down, I'll bolt it all back up, torque it all in, run my dial bore gauge through just to make sure that no bearing has ever been spun before it came to me or I'm out of spec. Once it passes that, I send it to the machine shop. Machine shop does their thing. They send it back to me. I've already got my measurement and numbers on it. So then I put these bearing shells in. I torque these down. And then I take my measurement there. And then, like I said, with my rods and my crankshaft, I come up with my oil clearance. And that's on every single 7 main caps and 6 connecting rods. I'm not just torquing in one, guys. Yeah, absolutely. Felipe, everything that we deal with is pretty much standard here.
We don't do oversized.
We don't run no oversized stuff here. Everything here is standard. We got the builder here, guys. He's setting up his equipment here. He's got a dial bore gauge. He's got to change the end of it out. We got a meeting to attend in the office today, guys, here shortly. So if I can get
this up real quick before we go to that meeting.
If I can get everybody to go give me a like and a subscribe to this channel if you're into the diesel, content. We've got content across multiple platforms.
Sorry, I forgot I have to bring it up here.
We're just riding along with the builder here, guys. He's setting up his measuring equipment. We like to stay, we like to show off what we do and be transparent. A lot of builders don't even know what this tool is. A lot of people don't even know.
And there's other ways. So the dial bore gauge and the actual fixture are 2 different tools. There are ways to set up this dial bore gauge without the fixture. You can use micrometers, you can use different things here to set this up, but with this tool right here, this gives us the most accurate number.
This is
that there
precision. And I've also seen this before where there might have been some dust on the end, throwing it off. He'll pull that spacer out, clean off the ends, put it back in there, and it read right. So, I mean, we're talking, you know, 1/10 of a thousandth we're measuring here, guys.
And we set this up the same way every time. We don't stray away. We have a standard operating procedure. That's I wonder if that was a DAP 8.
Juan Felipe says overhauling. Actually, we're doing a complete rebuild, reman. This engine's been to the reman shop. We've got new pistons, new liners, new bolts for everything, the upper and lower build kit, the whole build kit. Felipe says lubriplate angel. Felipe must know his stuff.
Yes. That's what the book calls for.
Felipe must know. He must be an engine builder. This is what my engine builder does when I'm not looking. He rebranded as lubriplate.
Alright guys, if you want to see this process, this is this process. I can show it to you here. We got the dial bore gauge set up. I went to my book. On my book, the smallest number for my crank should be a 4.9991. If you guys come over here and look at my dial bore gauge fixture, I do have this set up at 4.9991. That would be the smallest that my crank can go to.
Sorry guys, this is being recorded on an Android, not a iPhone.
And if you guys go up to the dial bore gauge here, we always put our number, depending on what we're due, we always put the little one at a 2, put the top one at 0 up there. So then in turn, we're going to take this dial bore gauge out.
Ray Dog says, been there, done that. Next with a trophy 100. Felipe says, excellent tool.
So you can see the dial.
Felipe says, is automatic tool. And Dean says, I have lubriplate in my toolbox now.
So go ahead and press your button to get everything to make it as small as it'll go. Shove it in your hole. Get it right there at the edge of your hole. You guys look at that right there. That's 4 thousandths. We're going to be 4 thousandths of oil clearance. Now you guys got to understand, we do this through every hole. We want to know the oil clearance on every hole. We're like 4-1. So number 1 has 4 thousandths of oil clearance. Number 2 has 4 thousandths and 1. And this is why we do it right here. Number 3 has 4 thousandths, 4.5 thousandths of oil clearance. Number 1 was 4. Number 3 is 4.5.
We will be writing down all these numbers. We got to, because we're figuring out.
So now we're 4-3.
Dean says he's got lubriplate in his box now. Now his bore gauge is not long enough to go through this whole block, so he'll pull out and come to the other side and measure. Before he gets too far, he's got to find his paperwork to write his measurements down.
Lost my coffee. It's right here.
All right, I'm gonna go running through here.
So now we'll start back over at 7. We're on 7.
Peekaboo.
How you doing?
He's just taking his measurement, guys. So guys, on all of our builds, we keep track of everything through the whole build here. Here's his oil clearance that he's writing down as he goes through. We'll check everything without bearing. He's already got on a different sheet. So we keep track, guys. We got a meeting to go to, so if you guys could do me a favor and give us a subscribe. Subscribe to our channel, guys. We are a diesel engine business. We are a leader of heavy-duty diesel engines. We do supply good we do supply used, good running, used with inspection and warranty also, guys. We don't just build engines, so. Yes, sir, it's a Cummins X15.
We're good on all our oil clearances.
Builder says oil clearance passed. We'll break them mains apart. We're going to put some lubricate down, get our crank out, cleaned up, put a crank in it. I'm going to work on some rods after this meeting. Dean says retract with button, insert, release, rock gently, watch for plus or minus on thousandth of an inch, had lubricate for years. Yes, sir, Dean, sounds like you know what you're doing, sir.
Be careful with that lubricate if that build's going to sit for any amount of time.
Yeah, lubricate will harden up. Cole Chill says, do you guys mostly work on Cummins? Funny thing is we actually specialize here in the DD15, the DD platform, DD13, DD15, DD16 building. Do a lot of Detroits. We also build Cummins M14s, all ISXs, X15s.
I think we're going to be starting a LS9 or ISL9.
Guess we're going to be building ISL9 coming up. We do not build Volvo. I do not build Packars.
I got somebody that'll rebuild the Max.
Rich T says, what's the name of the tool to set the dial bore gauge? Good question there. I'll take you to it, Rich T. This is your dial gauge fixture.
$2,500 tool right there.
I'll put this up here. So we've got a Sonnen gauge fixture. Model number CF1126.
Took us a long time to find this specific one right here. This is specific for 2-inch to 8-inch.
Yes, this does a 2-inch to 8-inch bore. This is more for your heavy duty diesel applications, this model. Hey, truck driver 3000 still riding shotgun. We're still riding shotgun in his truck. I imagine he's driving. What do we got? Always keep fresh on hand. You're correct. Dean says always keep fresh lubricate. You are correct. It does rock up. Truck driver says I gotta keep the dirty side down and the shiny side up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to Trucker Real 3000 for sticking on this feed.
Make sure there's no urine on that dirty side.
Yeah. Rich T says, thanks, guys, for going over that dial bore gauge fixture for him. And, hey, guys, I'm getting a message from the office. They're wondering why I'm not in here for this meeting. So I'm going to have to let you guys go. If I could get everybody go subscribe to the channel. You get notifications when I come on. In my description, I've got links to our TikTok that we're active on. And also, guys, we've got a business card here. If you take this and screenshot this, this will be my contact information. any heavy duty diesel engine needs, good runners, rebuilt, good used inspected parts, go ahead and give us a screenshot, guys. I've got my email on there. I've got my phone number. I got a toll-free number. I got my address. If you want to stop in and say hi and have some cookies with me, Worldwide Diesel, that's who we are. We ship worldwide, and we deal with all your heavy-duty diesel needs. We've got everything you can think of. So one last chance for you guys to screenshot my information here, and I'm heading in for a meeting. You guys go ahead and give me a subscribe. When I get back out of the meeting, we'll go live. So you guys will be able to catch my lives. Have a great day. Appreciate all the subscribers, all the viewers, everyone riding shotgun with me all morning. We'll be back. See y'all. I love you.